Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. My name is Mike Sieber, certified personal trainer and holistic health coach. And in this video, I want to talk about the psychological belief systems that you have installed regarding your weight and your health and limiting beliefs, and how psychology plays a major role in achieving your health and fitness goals. And I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video and invest the time in improving your health and wellness. So psychology is huge. Without taking a look at some of these aspects that I'm going to talk about in this video, there's no point in even doing anything else when it comes to your fitness or health, because the psyche is more powerful than anything. Your psyche is more powerful than what you eat, how you exercise. So it's really important that we take a look at your belief system, especially around weight and things like that, sensitive issues, because otherwise we could find that we're going to get self-sabotaging behavior, negative belief systems are going to be installed, and all these things can hold us back from achieving our weight loss and fitness goals. And I've experienced that with a lot of clients. When someone has the right mindset in psychology and adopts different beliefs and starts working on some of these things, it's like night and day compared to someone who, you know, may have some limiting psychological beliefs and misconceptions when it comes to health and fitness. The first most important point, especially females tend to do this a lot, is weighing yourself daily or semi-daily even, or multiple times a day. I've had clients weigh themselves in. Weighing yourself and getting on the scale and looking at a number does absolutely nothing to help you lose weight. It does nothing. You are accomplishing nothing. It is intellectual and psychological laziness. You're just stepping on a scale and seeing one piece of data. The more time you step on a scale and waste psyching yourself out and beating yourself up and feeling guilt and shame and weighing in every day, the less psychological energy you're putting into building new habits, going shopping, learning to cook, learning proper meals, doing research, working out. Just ask yourself, is stepping on a scale a habit that does anything to improve your health? And I think you'll find that the answer is 100% absolutely not. I recommend all my clients, especially women and men that weigh in on a daily basis, to only weigh in once every week or even once every other week. If you're on the right track, you'll see a consistent and smooth decrease in weight if that's what your goal is. So remember, your weight's going to fluctuate in at roughly a 2 to 3 pound range from my experience. So let's say your weight's fluctuating between 140 and 142 and you're losing weight. You could step on the scale the day that you happen to be at the high end of that fluctuation at 142 and get discouraged, even though if you waited a little longer, you would see that you're consistently losing weight. So remember, there's a fluctuation in your weight, and you don't want to be weighing in daily and seeing the higher ends of that fluctuation and getting discouraged that you're not losing weight. It is one of the most intellectually, psychologically lazy things you can do. As I said, it is just going to make you feel guilt and shame, and usually people are weighing in on a daily basis. Again, it's not doing anything to help you achieve your weight loss goals, so it's something I highly recommend stopping. Remember, the number on the scale is one piece of data. You need to focus on how you feel, how you look, how you're eating, how you're sleeping, how you're training. These are the things that are going to change that number on the scale and help you develop a healthier relationship with yourself and self-identity. So that is my tip number one. The second tip I have that is really crucial for psychologically is thinking that nutrition is all or nothing. Thinking that if you have a slice of pizza or you eat a bowl of ice cream, that your entire diet's out the window. And I know plenty of people who have done yo-yo dieting and not gotten the results they wanted because they feel too much guilt when they eat one thing, and to them it's all or nothing, it's black or white. And this really couldn't be farther from the truth. If I have a bowl of ice cream on a Monday night, or a big greasy cheeseburger, or another treat or some sweets, I have the habits in place where the next day I'm right back to normal. There's no guilt about it, there's no shame. I have the habits instilled that I don't need to believe it's all or nothing. And I used to feel guilt and shame when I first started dieting, and it does nothing to help you achieve your weight loss goals. So please stop feeling guilty and don't think it's all or nothing, because it's not. You can have less than perfect meals, you can make decent choices, some better choices than others. There's no 100% black or white. You don't have to be perfect or not perfect. There's a lot of gray area in between. So I ask you, try to start viewing it like that, and it really helps. The third point, which kind of ties into all this, is enjoying your vices fully. A lot of people in the industry call it a cheat meal or a cheat day, where you allow yourself to eat something that you really enjoy. So let's say your soul gets super happy from the texture and flavor and crunchiness of pizza. You don't want to deprive yourself of pizza your entire life. So what I would recommend is build that into your week, where you have a slice or two of pizza. You don't pig out, but you enjoy it consciously and mindfully. and then you move on. No guilt, you enjoy the present moment, maybe you feel a little bit of inside from it, but you move on and you enjoy it fully. You have to have some imperfection or a vice that you enjoy without guilt. Guilt further ingrains the neurological patterns associated with that activity, and shame, and these things are very unproductive and they weigh you down psychologically and on a subconscious level. When you feel shame, you think you're a failure, it just leads to stuff that isn't good. So when you do have a cheat meal, try to make it functional in the sense that you fully enjoy it and then you let the moment pass and you don't carry any baggage from it. The next psychological or limiting belief holding you back is emotional stress or trauma. Without getting too deep into this, I'm not qualified to deal with that on a really deep level, but emotional stress and trauma can really hold back your dietary habits. Some sort of deep trauma could lead to people's nervous systems having a lot of fear and being in a fight or flight state. Now, one of the things about food is that when you're in a fight or flight state, you're going to go into survival mode. And one of the biggest things that makes us feel comforted and in survival mode is obviously food. But the problem is, in today's day and age, obviously, food is available at any second in any quantity, and a lot of times it's not the best food. So you need to really maybe seek a counselor or a skilled therapist to help you work on some of these things. If you have rough trauma in your life that you think may be related to your eating habits, because your body's naturally going to seek the comfort and the neurotransmitter, the chemical comfort you get from eating food and eating too much of it. So you really need to see, because you can do everything in the world, and I can tell you everything in the world, if you don't go to the root of what's causing those patterns in your nervous system, then it's going to be very hard to get the results you want. But something that helps a lot is just becoming self-aware. Trying to notice when you eat, ask yourself why you're eating, ask yourself, are you really hungry? Sometimes it's as simple as observing your own behavior from a higher level of consciousness and awareness. And it's sometimes, just by doing that, it's really easy for the habit, it doesn't have the power over you that it once had, and it's much easier to cease the destructive or negative behavior around food that you have. So that's a big one. Another one is just simple emotional stress, work stress, life stress, fighting with your spouse, fighting with your friends and family. These little stressors can all trigger us to reach for food. The next limiting belief, eating organic and healthy food is too expensive. This is absolutely and unequivocally false. Numerous studies and tons of research, without going into it and boring you for time I don't have here, it's not true. There's less chemicals, there's less pesticides, organic food and wholesome food has more nutrition. So I would just ask, do the math on the price of an illness, do the math on the price of diabetes, cancer, a metabolic disease, which are highly preventable in 80% of the cases and are rampant in our society today. So there's no such thing as organic and healthy food is too expensive. The extra 30 cents can really benefit you actually down the line. The more money you invest into your health, I have never not seen a tenfold investment in my own life and the life of my clients when they start implementing these things. And there's a lot of stuff going on a cellular level that you can't even see. But generally, people will notice increased energy, increased well-being, health, and wellness when they invest more in healthy organic foods. The next one, which is huge, and really I should have put this first, is lack of a dream. You need to have a dream goal when it comes to your health and fitness, and it has to be something you can visualize, feel, and embody you. If it doesn't fully embody you, if you can't be where you see yourself before you're even there, in the sense that you feel it and become it, you're not going to get there. So you have to fully embody and feel what you want to be. So some of my affirmations and my dream goals are to have a very strong and healthy body, remain injury-free, and I want to be able to climb a 14er out in Colorado still when I'm 85 years old with just some minor aches and pains, and I just want to be able to have a very strong, healthy body my entire life so I can help others. That is my dream goal, and I embody that every day with positive affirmations, and I feel it, and I visualize it, and thus my body and mind become it. So you have to have a dream goal. If you're 150 pounds overweight, but you can't you can't look in the mirror and love yourself and see yourself as your dream weight, you're not going to get there. It has to be something you feel and embody and live on a daily basis. And if your goal and dream isn't that strong, I recommend you at least move in the direction of something that makes you passionate, whether it's to hike more or to swim or rollerblade, whatever your activity that makes you happy is, you have to build your passion and your dream around that goal. The next reason is not surrounding yourself with healthy people. In a society where 1/3 of us are diabetic or pre-diabetic and metabolic disease is rampant, being unhealthy and intellectually and physically lazy are the new norm. So it's very hard when you start on this journey of eating better foods, exercising more. It's very hard. You're going to be called all sorts of things. Family and friends might start pulling you down. You need to look at where these people are coming from. I have clients I train where their spouse is very unhealthy and they're hitting new levels of health and wellness they never even imagined. So imagine how hard a dynamic like that can be, and you may find yourself in that. So you need to build some sort of support system. I'd say 3% of us maybe have the willpower to do something no matter who supports us and just be lone rangers, but the rest of us are going to need some sort of support group. And this is where you can, follow people online, listen to podcasts, but the number one thing I would recommend is hiring a coach. If you can surround yourself with someone who's healthy and exudes vibrant health and positive energy and eats well and is where you want to be, chances are you'll start getting pulled up to their level. It's very hard to do this around friends and family that aren't going to join you on your journey to better health. Now, it doesn't mean you need to cut them off completely or distance yourself, but you need to have firm boundaries and find positive influences. And finally, the last one is not doing it for the right reasons. You have to be in this for the long haul. It has to be for the right reasons. I've seen plenty of people just come in there like, I just want to lose 5 or 10 pounds. And why? Why do you want to lose that weight? Do you want to be a bikini model? Do you want to have vibrant health and wellness? Do you not want to get sick? It has to be for a bigger purpose in you. It has to be, to love your friends and your family, to be healthier for your kids, to not get a disease. And it could be, something you're afraid of, like getting sick, like that motivates you. It could be something that's a more positive goal, but you have to do it for the right reasons. I've seen plenty of people burn out because they need to lift heavier weights, or women need to compete in some extreme competition that they can't eat and they diet. And I've seen a lot of people get illnesses and burn out pushing their bodies too hard and for the wrong reasons, and essentially it wasn't a sustainable long-term holistic goal. So I ask that you take some time, you meditate on your dream goal, and you really try and find something that makes your soul happy, or at least move in the direction. If you can't verbalize it or put it into written language yet, at least start moving in the right direction. Do the things that make you happy. Aim for long-term health. The number one goal from your training and your health and diet, in my opinion, is never to get injured and to always have more energy and treat your body with more respect and gain vitality from it. That's I think, a functional, long-term, holistic view of health. So again, rewatch a video if you need to. Write down, start writing down what your dream is, what your goals are. Start writing down, how you eat, when you eat. See what you think some of your limiting beliefs are. If you have any fears or self-sabotaging limiting beliefs, like ask yourself, why haven't I achieved my goals? Why do I eat this way? What are the deeper reasons behind this? And start kind of analyzing yourself a little from that higher view. Again, you might need to seek out a more professional counselor or therapist to kind of help you if you have some past traumas or things that involving food and your health, or eating issues and stuff like that are more and more common than ever. So thanks for watching. My name is Mike Sieber, certified personal trainer and holistic health coach, and I want you to take the time to follow your dreams and achieve your health and wellness goals holistically.